today's class, and before I continue, I would like to ask you some few questions which will be part of today's learning. Have you ever asked yourself why when you brush your shoes it will attract a lot of dust when you walk in a dusty way? Or have you ever asked yourself why when you wipe the windows after some time it attracts dust compared to when you would have not wiped it? And have you ever seen a lorry which is carrying fuel, there is a chain which is always at the moment touching the ground? All of those we are going to discuss today in the topic known as electrostatics 1. And remember, this class is brought to you by Ambassador Foundation, which I will urge you to subscribe to it. So when we talk of electrostatics, it is a branch of physics that deals with static electricity. I mean electricity which is in objects or in materials. The current which is not moving, let me say so. So when we talk of electrostatics, I want to bring you from first of all, from an atom. We have an atom, and inside an atom we have what we call protons, we have electrons, and we have neutrons. They are called subatomic particles because they are found inside the atom. So in chemistry, you will realize that protons and neutrons are found in the nucleus of a cell, while the electrons are found outside the nucleus. But mostly in this unit, electrostatics, we will be dealing with only protons and electrons. And another thing that I would like you to know again is that protons are positively charged, while electrons are negatively charged. So if a body has more of protons, that body is positively charged. If a body has more of electrons, that body is positively charged. So we have two types of charges, which is a positive charge and a negative charge. Now, let me write so that you can understand types of charges. We have positive and negative charges. Positive due to protons and negative due to electrons. And so, the way I've just said, if a body has more of positive charges, we would say that body is positively charged. And how does a body become positively charged? By losing electrons. You know, an atom has equal number of protons and electrons. If a body loses electrons, it becomes positively charged. If a body gains electrons, it becomes negatively charged, and that brings about to negative charges. Mostly, you find that students are making mistakes by saying that a body loses protons. Now, I want to be clear on this. A body does not lose protons. It either gains electrons or loses electrons. If a body loses electrons, it becomes positively charged. If a body gains electrons, it becomes negatively charged. So let me take you again to another part before we begin. There is what we call law of charges, electrostatics law of electrostatics. Some books call it law of charges. Law of charges. Just like the law of magnetism, like charges rebel and like charges attract. Like charges rebel and like charges attract. So when you are giving it, you give that it states that like charges rebel and like charges attract, just like magnetism. So now, the way I have said, a body can either lose or gain electrons. So let me give an example of bodies that becomes positively charged when wrapped. Bodies that becomes positively charged when wrapped. For example, let me write here. Bodies which loses electrons when wrapped. Bodies which loses electrons when wrapped. What do I mean? I simply mean bodies which become positively charged when wrapped. I will give examples. We have glass. Also, we have perspex. We have also what we call far. I know you know far. Yes. Then we have another one we call acetate. This one, when it is wrapped by another material, more so the silk cloth, it becomes positively charged. This one becomes positively charged. Positively charged when wrapped. That is. And then we have other group of a body which becomes negatively charged when wrapped. That one, let me just explain it in this way, in this manner. That bodies that gains electrons, bodies which gains electrons when wrapped. We have polythene, we have a material called carbonite, and another one is most of the plastic. Most plastics gains electrons when wrapped. Carbonite gains electrons when wrapped, and polythene gains electrons when wrapped. So now that one will take us to charging of a body by various ways. As long as you have known examples of bodies which gains electrons and those that loses electrons, I would like now to take you to ways that we can judge a body. Ways that we can judge a body. And the body I'm using is what we call polystyrene ball. And I would like to show you how a polystyrene ball looks like. This one, let me show you. This one is a polystyrene ball. I hope the cameraman can show you. This one is a polystyrene ball. It can either be charged positive or negative depending on how you want it to get charged. And here with me, I have a ruler. It's a plastic ruler, and it is when it is wrapped, it gains electrons or simply becomes negative charged. And with me is a glass rod, which becomes, it's an example of a material which becomes a positively charged when wrapped. Again, we have what we call a carbon rod. As you can see, it's a carbon rod. It's another one that also becomes positive when wrapped. So I'm going to illustrate to you how we can charge a material by the method of induction. What do I mean by talking of induction? To induce. Someone can induce appetite in you. When someone brings a chapati or anything that is delicious close to your mouth, that person will have induced appetite to you. You will salivate, but you have not touched that chapati. So to induce to means to bring close to. For example, this polystyrene ball. Let me try to draw it here. Don't worry about the drawings. Worry about how I'm explaining it. So now, let me say this, and you have to listen it very well. That if a body is not charged, it simply means it has equal number of electrons and equal number of protons. What do I mean? It has equal number of positive charges and equal number of negative charges. Now, when charging, we mean we make other charges small, we make other charges small. If the number of positive charges will be more, we will say that body has been charged positively or negatively. Now, to induce, for example, if I wrap this roller, it will be negatively charged. So if I bring it close to this ball this way, because it is negative, let me show you here. This is charging by induction, don't forget. Now, as you can see, this is the polystyrene ball, and this is the charged material. It can be either positively or negatively charged. Let me start with a negatively charged body. Remember, from the law of charges, like charges rebel and like charges attract. And this polystyrene ball, let me write here, polystyrene ball. This one now, it has equal number of protons and electrons, equal number of positive charges and equal number of negative charges. So when a negatively charged body is brought close to, what will happen? It will attract positive charges and rebel negative charges that way. So this other side will be positive charges and that side will be negative charges. Now, after that, before you withdraw this negatively charged material, I want you do what we call adding. We do what we call adding. To add means to allow electrons to flow. How do we do? You simply touch the polystyrene ball on the other side. For example, if this one is brought close to this way, then I touch the other side, the negative electrons will flow to the earth. Then what shall we have? We will have now a ball like this. Before you withdraw this, remember this one is still there. So we will have positive charges this way, but negative charges are flown to the earth. Then finally, our ball will be this way. No, let me write it on the top so that you can see it. Finally, our ball will be this way. It will be negatively charged. Sorry, it will be positively charged. It will be positively charged because electrons are flown to the earth. What happens now to the positive charges? They redistribute themselves on the polystyrene rod, and that is starting by induction. Let me use a positively charged object here. Let me use a positively charged object. Oh, now this one is a positively charged. What will happen? It will attract negative charges here. It will attract negative charges, then repel positive charges. And when you touch here, now listen to me very well. My students and other students are making this mistake. When you touch here, don't ever say the protons or the positive charges flow to the earth. No, the electrons will flow from the earth to neutralize these electrons. No, sorry, to neutralize these protons. After that now, first of all here, because it is now positive, because I'm using a positive for now, it will attract negative charges here and repel positive charges. So when you add, this is not there. So when you add, the negative charges will remain. What will happen there after you have withdrawn this? The body will become negatively charged. The body becomes now negatively charged. So there will be negative charges all over the polystyrene rod. And that is charging by induction. Now, let me take you to charging by conduct. Now, there's a difference between conduct and induce. To conduct means to touch each other this way. When I bring it close to, that's induce. When it touches, that's conduct now. So let me show you now. First of all, you have your polystyrene bond. Then you have your charged material. It can be either positive or negative. First of all, you bring it close. Let me use a positive one. You bring it close to, it will attract negative charges and repel positive charges. It will attract negative charges and repel positive charges. Then the next step, after bringing it close for some time, now the positive and negative charges separate. The positive charges are repelled, the negative charges are attracted. Next thing, let me draw now when they are together. This side, remember, it is still positive. Then now we have our charging material here, which is positive. Then here we have the negative charges. What will happen here is this. The positive charges and the negative charges will neutralize each other, leaving the positive charges on the other side. Then after we throwing out the charging material, we will have what we call positively charged polystyrene. Positively charged polystyrene. And that is now charging by contact method. If I use a negatively charged rod here, it will attract positive charges, repel negative charges. Then it's going to attract the negative. If I use a negative rod, it will attract the positive charges, and you will get here to be negatively charged. So in contact method, you will get the charges similar to the charging material. If I use a negatively charged here, I will get negative one here. The polystyrene is going to be negative, but because I use a positive, it is positive. Let's move to the last method of charging. We call it charging by separation method. This is how it goes. First of all, you bring the two polystyrene ball so that they form a single conductor this way. So that they form a single conductor. Then use an insulator. The standing board here, this one, the standing board should be an insulator. The standing board should be an insulator. Now, remember that they are formed a single material. It's just like one material here because they are in contact. So it is forming a single conductor. Then to bring your whatever you want to bring, if it is a positive or negative, you will still charge. Let's say you are bringing now your negatively charged material here. What will happen? Because this one is a single conductor, it will attract positive charges. It will attract positive charges and repel negative charges that way. And repel negative charges that way. Before or when the charging material is still there, let me use A and B. Let me use A and B. Before, after some time now, this charging material has made the electrons and protons to separate. Electrons are on this side, protons are on this side. They separate. Negative charges will be positive charges on A. Now, when you separate them, when this material is still there, you will have this way. This one being A, it will be positively charged all over. This one being B, it will be negatively charged all over. This is charging by separation. You make them first make a single conductor. You bring now your negatively charged rod or positive. It separates the charges. Before removing this, you separate A and B. Then you will come up with your this one is B. You will have a positively charged and a negatively charged polystyrene ball. So that is charging by separation. Thank you for that. Thank you for being with me and continue learning from my platform. Thank you.